Hey guys, Jordan Ben from Hockey Development Training. Today I'm going to show you 4 lunge variations that you're probably doing already, but I'm going to show you how to add a full body concept into it, get some shoulder stability and also some core stability as well with just one simple tool, a kettlebell. You could also use a dumbbell if you wanted to, if you didn't have a kettlebell available to you. You could work on some stability there. You could experiment with some different grips as well, which I'll show at the end of the video. So the first one, we're gonna do just a forward walking lunge. We're gonna add some core and shoulder stability in by holding the kettlebell at the handle with the bell in the air. So up here, as we lunge, we're holding the kettlebell in position here. Make sure that back knee doesn't touch so the glute stays turned on. We're working on keeping our core tight and our shoulder stabilized in this position the whole time, so the kettlebell's not falling forward or going from side to side. That shoulder is activated and we're holding the kettlebell here the whole time. A nice additive is that we'll also work the forearm and some grip strength in there. Another variation, simple one, is still holding the kettlebell here. We'll go other side, is a reverse lunge. So from here, step back and up, step back and forward, and you could alternate as well if you wanted to. So here again, core, shoulder stability, and then we're working on a forward step as we power back up to the starting position. So quad and glute dominant to get back to the middle. I like that one for forwards or even defense or goalies as well, but it mimics more of that skating forward stride that we're going to need to obviously get up the ice quicker. Here's one for the goalies. So a lateral lunge, hold the bell up top again, still core, shoulder stability, but we're going to work laterally. So I recommend going to the side that you're holding the kettlebell on. So I'm going to step out to my right, back, off to the side, back. And as we lunge, we're sinking that butt back into the heel. So really getting into that hip. So this one's a 10 and 2 lunge. I like this one for defense to help us mimic that stride as we skate backwards. We're using that C-cut backwards to make sure that we're not crossing over and getting some power. And I'll show you a slight variation after I do a couple here that I like a little bit more as well. So from here, holding the bell up top again, shoulder, core stability. We're gonna step off to the side, so 10 o'clock. And back in, I'll back up so you can see my feet in that front placement. So we're trying to keep our feet as straight as possible. Stepping back, off to the side, so 10 and 2. We're getting a little more work on the outside of our hip and glute in that motion that we push back. Another variation that I like to it is that we can tilt our feet in even more, just to mimic that stride, that C-cut position a little more, especially if we're moving forward and then have to get back a little bit quicker. And goalies, I like this one as well, since you have to rotate your hips quite a bit to move around the crease. So stepping forward, we're gonna turn that foot on a little more of an angle back towards the middle. So we're loading the outside of that leg a little bit more, and then back up. So load the outside, and then back up. So as we're loading the outside a little bit more, we also have to respect the fact that we are internally rotating that femur, so getting that rotation on our hip up here to rotate the leg inward. So it's important that we don't overdo that. Obviously, goalies are standing in an internally rotated position a lot of the time with an anterior pelvic tilt, so we also need to make sure that we're working on strengthening the glutes as well to make sure that we don't stick internally rotated and then have our knees inwards all the time, since that's how they're going to be every day when we practice and play.